Hey, what's up? Video subscribers, Facebook fans, and Milestones music students. My name is Jamin Collar. Recently, I wrote a blog post entitled something like Creating a Killer Solo or something like that. Anyway, someone emailed me and asked for some examples. So here are your examples. All right, there's basically three suggestions I had. First one was melody, second one was harmony, and the third one was a motif. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the melody. We're going to take a melody like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. I'll play it for you first without any improvisation, without creating a solo over it. It would just sound like this. So my first suggestion is just stick right with the melody and change it up just a little bit. Instead of trying to create some brand new, brilliant idea for a killer solo, just stay with the melody. The people already know it, the people already like it, and so as long as you kind of stay around there, they already have a relationship with that, with your solo. This is the most important part. People are going to rate your solo based on how you make them feel, not how great your idea is. So if you come up with some great idea and it doesn't connect with your audience, it's worthless. It's only a killer solo in your mind. It's not a killer solo in the mind of everyone who's listening. So using the melody is a real simple way to already have a connection with the audience because they already feel like they know your solo a little bit. So the first thing in creating a solo based on the melody is just adding in a couple notes. You're going to want to stay in the key, but just adding in a couple notes would sound something like this. All right, so you could see all I did was add in a couple notes there, and we had the melody. You already knew what to expect, except my solo was a little bit different because you didn't know what I was going to throw in there, but it was all based on the melody. And remember, this is all creating a killer solo on a children's nursery rhyme. So you got to compensate for that a little bit. Hopefully you've got a little bit cooler of a song to solo on than Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. All right, so my next suggestion is just to take notes out. And I'm not even going to show you this one because it's just playing the melody, only not playing all of them. I'll give you maybe a couple measures of it. So you can see this one is best when it's combined with some of the other ideas I'm giving you, but the basic idea is just leave out some of the notes. Don't feel like you've got to play the whole melody all the way through. All right, we got two more of these on melody, and then harmony and motifs are going to be really fast. So real quick, rhythm. It's playing the same exact melody, only changing up the rhythm a little bit. Instead of playing, it's playing. Just same notes, different rhythm. My last suggestion on making a solo on the melody is it actually works better on any other instrument other than the piano, but the basic concept is wherever the melody takes you the highest, just hang on to that note and play that one repeatedly. it would be something like this. Like I said, pretty much any other instrument is really going to be able to emphasize that better. But you kind of get the idea that this right here was my highest note, and so that one was the one I was going to emphasize. Great, so we've got melody down. The last two are pretty simple. There's just one concept in each of them. Harmony first. The chords for this song are... So all I'm going to do is focus on this one instead of trying to play all of these notes and remembering the melody at all. I'm going to completely forget the melody and just focus on these notes. First that one. Now the only trick to this one is when you're playing it, as you're going through, you don't want to always start at the same point. You don't always want to go... Kind of pick different points. So if this is your chord right here, sometimes you want to start here. And instead of going up, maybe go down first a little bit and then up. So would be a much better solo for this chord than just... So here's what it would look like on Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So that one sounds nothing at all like the melody. It's completely made up, but what makes it kind of cool, all the notes sound right because they're all taken straight out of the chords. I was just playing the chords and those notes in the chords. So once you kind of get the chords down for a song, then you've automatically got a solo. I didn't come up with anything in my mind. I just put my hand in the right spot and then wiggled my fingers around a little bit and then put my fingers in the next right spot and wiggled my fingers around. So that one doesn't really take a whole lot of brain work once you got the chords down. All right, so the last idea, we did melody, we did harmony, now we're going to do a motif. This is real simple, just pick 3, 4, maybe 5 notes that sound good at the very beginning of the song. For this song, I'm going to pick this, F, E, and C, and I'm just going to kind of use that motif and always come back to it. I'm not going to think at all about the chords, I'm not going to think at all about the melody, I'm just going to think about my motif and how I can make that work all the way through the song. So here we go. Those are my 3 notes. I can go outside of it a little bit, but basically I'm going to always come back to this same idea. So you just take that one idea and you just kind of play it all the way through. Now, if you've got a really long solo, you can, start coming up with maybe 2 motifs for your solo, or just find other ways around using that motif or adding in other notes and stuff. But that's the basic idea. You've got melody that you can change all kinds of different ways. You've got harmony if you know the chords. And if you don't know the melody or the harmony, just pick a motif, pick 3 to 5 notes, and play them over and over. So that's it, your quick guide to creating a killer solo. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to help you reach your goals. So if you've got questions or suggestions, then send them to requests@milestonesmusic.net. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.